Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people, and welcome back to Cities Skylines 2 in the city of Edgewood, where I am learning to play the game despite itself. And we're over here in our new county seat. I don't know what to call it. Right now it's called Fairview Heights. Though I realize I need to make one separate district here. I need to exclude cul-de-sac area here. On Snapper's Road, there you go. Because I want to make it its own little district. So we're gonna do something like that, and then we're gonna come in with this tool and hopefully just create a new district right here. Oh, this should work anyway. Yeah. See, you get these overlapping issues. So I'll complete it and then I'll just, okay, well that didn't do at all what I wanted to. There we go. Let's try this again. And we will bump, whoops. No, I don't want to make a new one. Wait, hold on. Do I have like two different districts going here? Nope. Cool. Put that there. Bring that over to there, and now it's lined up a little bit better, I believe. We'll go ahead and just bring that out just a little bit. Cool. And then Ravenwood Gardens, I like that name, is going to be a gated community with speed bumps. And that's it. Well, I guess I have a traffic ban too, so it's only going to be houses back there. Cool. I'm not going to develop that anytime soon. So, second time recording this video. At least it saved this time. Game once again crashed after I had zoned some things in, but here we are. I'm not sure how I feel about how tall some of these buildings are. Mainly because this isn't meant to be a very dense neighborhood at all, but I'm going to live with it for now. Mainly because I think it's important for us to have some density over here, to the point that I'm going to add in some alleyways on these roads here so that we can back some, which sort I'm looking for? I don't know. Let's just go find out. So we can get some medium density and some low rent stuff in here as well. I don't want to just smack down a bunch of low rent because we'll get houses that are way too big. Instead, I want to very thoughtfully zone this in. And we'll alternate upon which side of the street we're doing 3s and 2s. I think that will be just fine. Yeah, you got to go. There you go. So there we go, and just continue doing that all the way down through here with some low rent. We won't always alternate, but occasionally we will. Or most of the time we will. So now here we have some 3s, and I'm afraid they're going to get big, but we'll see what happens. So I'm going to go back to 3s and 2s, hoping that maybe this one will have an even number of squares. I can't quite tell right now, but okay, I meant to alternate that one. Whatever. Okay, cool. And then that, and that, and here. And that's what I was afraid of, that it wasn't keeping up with me. And we got a really big building, and we don't want that. So what I'm going to do is switch gears for a moment and look and see where we might want some commercial. And you know, this says this is bad for commercial, but I think I'm going to put it there anyway. Mainly because, I mean, this is just good space. I don't want to completely fill this up. I do want to leave some separation here. As my voice cracks, is there really weird terrain happening there? What's that all about? There's no terrain happening there. Excuse me. That was all graded and flat. What are you doing? Let's look at it. Yeah, that's so flat there's no contour lines. So let's just reflatten it, I guess? I don't know. That was really bizarre. Yeah, it's doing it again. What? Alright, game. Look. This is ridiculous. I'll run this path up here, see if maybe that doesn't help at all. Nope, didn't do a thing. Not a damn thing. Curse to Cities Skylines video. Yes, I do that from time to time because this game really pisses me off sometimes. Like what? Why? Seriously, why? Alright, so let's try getting rid of that. Nope. It's still convinced that there's something funky going on with the train. Okay, so what if I level the train now? Because clearly it has created some elevation where elevation did not exist. In fact, that path did too. Okay, so that got rid of that, but I cannot. It just refuses to acknowledge that this is flat land. This is a new one. Well, maybe we don't have commercial here? I'm just kind of curious if all zones do this. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to intentionally just do that. And then come over here and flatten it back out. There. Okay. Last try. Okay, you know what? I am just going to believe the game when this is bad for commercial. When it says that commercial's no good here. Because that's tragic. Absolutely tragic. I don't even understand. Like, look what it's doing to the path and everything. Yeah, get out of here. So now will the path run flat? Yeah. Yeah. So we added the path. Okay. One more try. One more try. Nope. Okay, so that's just going to be green space with landscaping because I'm not going to sit here and fight with it. So we have some commercial down the main drag here. I would like to extend that, and I would like to try to get some high density and high density offices for that matter. And I think it kind of, oh, I didn't realize this was broken down here. I'd kind of like to bring that like way down here. And it's going to bother me that that's broken, but I'm going to ignore it. So I want to run these alleys all the way down to like right almost where they connect. And then we're going to see if I can get away. There is some commercial here, but it's mixed use. Yeah? Yeah, it's mixed use. Definitely. Yep. Okay. Some of these are a little too big, but they're not taller than the hospital, so I'm going to leave them. I think it'll be all right. I think it'll be just fine. So let's come in here with our high density, and I'm just curious if I just plop that down, what happens? Like, do we keep a decent size building? They're considerably taller. Okay, that's fine. So we will get rid of those, and then we'll bulldoze all that. Maybe. There we go. Also, they weren't orienting on the right road. That's frustrating. Like that one, I don't care that it's on the side, but I don't want these on the alley. Okay. Because I had that problem with, yeah, the mixed use. So what we're going to have to do is put the alley in after the fact in order to make this work. So we'll just get rid of it. I mean, I had to rebuild all this that we had here before because both sides had really tall buildings. and it just kind of dominated the street too much. And I didn't care for it. If the setback was a little bit more, we had wider sidewalks, it wouldn't be as bad. But with everything being like the size of 180 Orchard Street here, it felt like just a canyon going through here. I think by having some shorter buildings on one side and even a mix down through here, it doesn't feel so bad. And that is still a huge, humongous building. It's what I said. Deal with it. So 3x2 can get that tall. Because I kind of wanted to just go 3x2 all the way down through here. Let's see what happens. Well, here we're gonna have to go 3x3, which might give us something a little bit bigger that we don't want. I don't know that we have to do 3x2, but it's what we're doing. And then we're going to do, see, some of these get huge. We're going to do some high density office as well, right off of the same alley, but it's going to be, I have to let these build first. So I'm going to let these fill in and just see how massive they actually are. Like, I already know that one's too big. So maybe I just play whack-a-mole while this all fills in. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'll play whack-a-mole. If they're too big, I'll kill them and start over. In fact, I already see two that I want to get rid of. There we go. Yeah, you're too tall. Build smaller. Smaller. Yeah, I'm going to have to play whack-a-mole for a while. So I'll be back once I've got this area developed the way I want it to be. You know what? I can live with it. We've got some, like, taller corner buildings. And they do have... Oh, I love that it has the advertising on the side. That's cool. They do have access on the side, so I'll live with it. I'll just have to live with it. Then we're going to come through here and reconnect this alleyway. But I have to go all the way to there, so maybe we need to come down here first and do the next phase of commercial, which is just going to switch to European. Let's get out of this view because it's ugly. Hopefully these won't be quite as tall, and they're already smaller, which makes me wonder like what a 3x3 will look like. So we're going to experiment a little bit and see. Basically, I just want to start decreasing the density as we get towards the end of the town, and we're only a couple blocks away. Yeah, I dig that. I like that a lot. So let's get, my voice almost gave out there. Let's get this in. Yes, still sick, but also recording this video this same day I recorded the previous 2 weeks. So, you know, I haven't really had a whole lot of time to heal up. So, cool. Let's now do some 3x2 offices. And wait for them to fill in to see what we get as well. Yeah, I can already tell this isn't gonna do it. This is just too much. Just way too much. So we're gonna kill it with fire, aka the D-zone tool, and we're going to resort to just smaller offices that take up half the block here, and that will be fine. And then we're going to go back to some row homes. There we'll do, again, alternating between European and North American, and I immediately screwed up right here. I'm going to pause and fix this. There we go. Cool. And then we can fill in once they get those ends in. Cool. And then we just need to switch back to North American. Right there and right there. Awesome. That's a lot of parking there, which we probably should add some parking somewhere. In fact, let's do that. Let's put some parking in. That's massive. That's massive. That's acceptable. Cool. Now let's go back to zoning and go with our European here. We'll do like a European there, and then we'll skip a spot or two. And then we'll fill the rest of it in with North American. So while I wait for that to fill in, I am going to try something here. I'm going to just temporarily plonk this down elsewhere. And I want to see now with nothing here, is this land flat? Yes, it is. It is very, very flat. So now if I zone it without that there, is it still going to do that weirdness? No. Cool. So it's something about the fire station itself that is causing that problem, but that's okay, because now we can just put it back, right? Yeah, it's something with the fire station itself. Did you see that? Those immediately change. You can waste a lot of money here. Let these build completely and then put it back and see what happens. Okay, those are all filled in, so let's bring the fire station back. And plop it in, and yeah, they go weird. That is... What is it about the fire station that does that? Oh, is that abandoned doggy? Where's the Fields family? Why did you abandon your dog? Hey, your dog is down here. Why'd you leave Billy just out here by the fire station? That's rude. Look how cute. Who's a good doggy? You're a good doggy. Scratchy, baby boy. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to make it such a cute pooch. Yeah, I know. Your owners are terrible. So cool. These buildings, I think, are fine. I do like the idea that we have the parking because we are going to kill the off-street parking eventually. So let's throw in another lot right here. Right on that corner. And maybe we should make those face the alley. Yeah, that one does face the alley. Let's switch this around as well. I think that makes a little more sense. Cool. And then back to switching between different types of medium housing. We're currently on North American. So that is what we'll start with. We'll do just a couple there. And then we'll skip a space and do that. And we'll fill the rest in with European. Wait, are we on North American? I don't know. If not, oh well. There. Cool. Yeah, I'm digging it. I truly am digging it. So once all that fills in, this should become appealing to commercial, but it's not. I mean, there's quite a bit of density there. Gonna be quite a bit of people living there. So I don't quite get why commercial wouldn't want to be in this area. I don't know. But what I do know is another thing that happened before the game crashed, and I just didn't feel like redoing it because it did autosaves. I put in a bus station, and it's already wildly popular. I changed the route that just looped to just bus stops over there to go to that bus station way over there, and it now goes here, and then this now has a bus station that connects to over there, or a bus stop that connects to that area over there, as well as a few others. Like it's running out there to our industry, because I realized this thing employs 1,000 people and it only has like half. This dude still has no company in it, and then the dude that's way out there, if I can click this from that distance, I'm going to be amazed. I can't. But there's a big factory out there somewhere that the last I checked still does not have any business in it. So kind of disappointing in that regard. But I'm going to run bus routes. We're going to do 3, I think. One that kind of does here-ish, and then one that kind of serves this, and then one that serves this side entirely, because we're going to quickly go to low density on all of that over there. But we first need our bus stops, and I want to get them on both sides of the road every couple blocks. Yeah, I don't know that we're going to be able to catch that one up there with this setup, but I have decided that I don't want it to go there first. I want it to go here to come around this way, because that's going to give me the circulation pattern that will work the best. Because then I can jump to over here. Maybe. Possibly. Come on, there you go. I knew you had it in your game. I preferred the way these worked in Cities Skylines 1. They weren't as finicky. You just made a stop. And they just worked. Here you gotta catch it just right, and sometimes you think you have, but you haven't, and it becomes a major annoyance. So we're gonna skip that stop then, and just start looping back around, and we can get away with just one route on this side. So let me get this route finished, and then we'll look at where we're gonna put the next one. And you know, I think I'm gonna go ahead and change the districts completely. Kind of to be more in line with where the bus stops are, actually. Cool. So we wound up with 5 total districts: Briar Rose Ridge, Ravenwood Gardens, Evergreen Bluff, Blackwood Way, and Fairview Heights. If you have any naming ideas for any of these, please drop them in the comments down below, and I will be glad to add your names to these districts. Just tell me what it is currently and what you think it should be, and I will make it happen. Easy peasy. So let's go there, and then let's do one more over here. Even though it's close to the bus station, let's do another one. Oh, is this an alley? No? Why does it not let me put this here? There we go. Cool. So this will be the one for Blackwood Way. And I am going to once again just use the power of editing to get these all placed and connected and colored and named and all that. And then we will go from there. All right, we have just dispatched a ton of buses. Everything is covered except we do not have buses running into Ravenwood Gardens, though there are stops nearby, namely there and over here by the school. So I think we're in pretty good shape on that. So I just want to continue zoning, but I do want to double check education here because, okay, we're almost 10,000. We've got 13,000, so we got 3,000 that we can continue adding. So now that this is starting to fill in and the game sees that that's residential, yeah, we can get some commercial here. That's kind of what I was hoping for, because we need some more low density commercial throughout the town. And we're just going to fill up all of that. And then just as a little bit of a buffer, even though it doesn't make as much noise as it did in Cities Skylines 1, we are going to do just a few more rows of offices. But we are going to have some houses here that are just, unfortunately, in the way of commercial. Gonna leave a little space back here by the elementary school. Not quite sure what I want to do there yet. And then here we're just going to go ahead and fill all of that in. Let's switch brushes. Oh, hello. You got Coder Park. Awesome. We'll take a look at maybe putting that into use. We're just going to have them pretty packed in. Actually, I take that back. I want to start spreading out my density as I move this way. So undo a lot of this. It's this side over here that I want pretty packed in. Yeah. So this is where we will just cram them in. I think that might be a good place for some commercial. But for now, we're going to fill it up. Cool. Let's see what this does to demand as all of this starts filling in. And wow, it didn't make a single dent. They're also not building. We have huge demand for low density. And they're not touching it. Is it because the demand is over there? Probably. That's a little frustrating. So how big is this thing? It's not too big. We could probably get that in here. I take that back. It's a little bit taller than I think I'd be comfortable with. Though maybe over here by some of these taller buildings. Maybe even back over here. Does it fit back here? I mean, that's a little closer to the same elevation. Here we go. That's not gonna work. Yeah, I don't know. What do you do anyway? Graduation chance. Ooh, that's good. Well-being. +5 interest in university and +1 office efficiency. That could really help for taxes. I really want to use this. We're gonna put it here on a corner and make it a feature. So we're gonna dezone that, and then hopefully this thing doesn't make a lot of noise. Noise pollution low, cool. And we're just gonna back it off right there. Is that the direction I want that to face? No. I want it spun around. Like that. Yes. Actually, I want to put it right up against this street. Yeah, like that. Cool. So I'm not sure what's up with the low density here. We have huge, big demand. But it's not filling in. Is it because I did European? Nope. Huh. Okay, so to test, let's just go over here and in this area that we're going to decimate eventually. Eventually. It is not yet. They want it over here. Not out there. Well, that's where you're getting it, whether that's where you want it or not. I wonder if this is when we should just start tearing all this down and just focus on developing over here and then redevelop over there. We can say that area got washed out by a tsunami or something, even though they don't exist in Cities Skylines II. We can pretend. So we need parks every couple blocks here. Maybe that will help as well, because we don't have a whole lot of park life going on over here. So let's get a dog park right here in the corner. That will go a long way. And then let's get a really large playground kind of over here in this corner. And then we'll go for some sports types parks just right here up at the entrance of our gated community. I'm sure they'll love that. There we go. And then that should be good for this side. Let's venture over this way and maybe get in a nice large plaza if we can. We can. Which way does that orient? That way, okay. So let's put it... Actually, let's put it here in front of the elementary. Yeah. Ooh, I like that, actually. Ooh, we're going to do 2 of those. We're gonna mirror that. I just like the way that looks in front of the school. Just a nice look for the school. I dig it. And then back here in the school area, we are going to throw in some more sports parks. In fact, we've got these big ones. American football field? No, that's really a soccer field, though. Yeah, I can see a soccer field being out here. We'll leave a bit of separation. We'll even throw in a neighborhood pool on this side. I dig that. I like that a lot. I don't want to de-zone this area. I meant to leave that for possibly commercial later. And we'll run some paths and some detailing back here, and I think that will make this area look fantastic. But it also means it now needs some parking. That one's too big. So we'll go like that. Actually, hold that thought. I think I can get away with running an alley up this way. And maybe get a couple parking lots in back here. Can't fit that, but we could do like that and then maybe this one. Yeah. Cool. And we'll bring a path that runs back in through here and then connects back over there. And we'll have some nice trees. and all of that good stuff. So yeah, even parks aren't really taking care of our issues here. I do want to bring in another dog park, and we'll bring that in like back here. This area is going to be kind of just another general park area. So let's look at maybe some of our big parks. This might be a good place for our large city park. Right there with the amphitheater and all that. I kind of dig that. Maybe a large playground kind of on the corner. And then down here around this corner. Yeah, we got the football field just over there, so I don't think we need another one. I don't want to do their soccer. We could do a community pool here as well, but I don't know. We'll wait and see. I'm going to give this a little while to just kind of chill and see if any of our demand shifts to over here. I mean, there's a ton of jobs over this direction, I would think. And this thing's done closed and reopened again. You can tell by the fact, well, one, it changed names, but two, the number of employees that are there. So we've got pretty high unemployment. Well, it's not high, but it's not low. And there's mass transit here. There's education here. There's shopping. There's great police and fire coverage, healthcare. I mean, what more do you want from me, people? This is the place to live, not over there in that hole. Just bleeped myself and didn't say the word. Yeah, this is kind of interesting. Is there pollution over here? No. Bit of noise, but as we taper off, we're fine. It has plenty of water. It has electricity. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I'm just gonna give this like maybe let me make a save, and I'm gonna give this like maybe half an hour and see if we start getting any development over here at all. And if we don't, we're gonna take the sledgehammer to a bunch of stuff over there. Sounds like a plan to me. So I don't get it. Not at all. I decreased the amount of zoning over here by quite a bit. We've got those few blocks there, those four there. This is over here, supposed to be European. I'm going to make sure of that right now. And this over here is supposed to be North American. And I'll make sure of that right now. Yeah, just want to be sure it was. And then I added in some European zoning over here in our cul-de-sacs. None of that's grown in. I even brought them the rock musician mansion, which somebody moved into there right away. I noticed that this still has nobody moved in. So I went ahead and upgraded the road, hopefully to entice them. I don't know if it's a location situation or what. And over here, I de-zoned all the low density that's right here. Every bit of it. I think. Yeah. That's all medium density and higher density stuff. So the only low density over here is this big neighborhood and this big neighborhood. This is probably going to be one of the few things that doesn't get touched, and maybe this, though. I'm just not happy with this side of town at all. I don't mind back here. The industry is fine. Speaking of, I haven't looked at the old pollution in a while. Oh, it's gone. Cool. Nice. So, I mean, they could take the bus from over there, no problem, and get over here. And then the only downside... Oh, hi. Cool. That means we got our 100 level 5. Yeah, I wish it still told you what you did to get that. So, we're missing this. We're about halfway there. And we're missing this. We're... Yes, about 2/3 of the way there. Not quite. But, yeah, I don't get it. If I zone low density over here, I bet I can come way back here where there's no services. Just as a little test. Well, I can't. It doesn't work there either. So they don't want to live there, but they do really want to live like there. So that's even telling me that a lot of that's undesirable. But over here, it's all undesirable for some reason. And I don't know. I don't get why this is not suitable for residential. Like, what about this land is no good? There's jobs. There's mass transit to those jobs. There's probably more jobs out on this side of the river than there are over there. Easily. But this is all just saying that, no, this is not suited to residential. It's all suited to high density. Every bit of it, but I don't want this to be high density. I mean, I want some low density in here, so I'm not... I wonder if I change the road type, like to alleyways. No, because even there when we have alleyways, it's still saying that it's not suitable. But I'm willing to experiment just to see if it makes a change or not. So let's just go right around here real quick. Probably never going to get these roads back in properly. Okay, well, that's all I can do on that. So... yeah, that did nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now I have to get all these back in and not break the grid. So far, so good. I'll be damned, did it. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I didn't finish. I'm going to have to kind of, I guess, read and Google and all that to find out why. I mean, like we said, there's no air pollution. I mean, a little bit from this guy, but I don't know how because it's not working. So it's polluting despite the fact that it's not occupied. There is noise pollution. But that tapers off back here in the corners and even over here. So it's not like it's noise that's a factor. By the way, I don't know why the buses are making noises. They're all electric buses, every one of them. Yeah, just absolutely stumped. And then like job availability is just huge. Okay, so maybe there are a bunch of jobs over here, but I dare say there's way more green over in this area than anywhere else. The only thing I can think of is what? See, it says low density is good out here, despite the fact this is by a bunch of polluters and things like that. So that it doesn't add up at all. That's why it's not building. It's not suitable for it. And this is the first time that I've seen suitability actually prevent something from being built. So peculiar. Very, very, very peculiar. But we're going to get a nice little shot here and figure it out next time. So until then, I'm Brandon, reminding you to stay vainglorious.